With all that you've said here, the experience that I've had with creating my wife out of the vortex, following through with that, her family, and then over the years, enjoying our relationship continuing to evolve.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to our children.
Yeah.
And when I started to talk about where my idea from can we converse with the consciousness of our desire, was that quite often my partner, Amy, and I, we talk and play with our children. They're not here yet, but they are here yet, and there's nothing that feels more real when we see their characters come out in our personalities. So it's kind of feeling like an exchange. It's certainly delightful. It's absolutely fun.
The fact that you are doing that is such a good indication, because that means you are feeling your way into your vortex and translating it correctly.
So my question would be this, and again, I know there's a little bit of silliness in it, but that's where I'm at.
None whatsoever. Oh, that is a little silly.
Okay. I've held back a little bit on the fact that I'm wanted to establish the relationship first and then enjoy the wealth and the money coming in through secondary, and then the children. And so there's a bit of a pause because I'm having so much fun with our children and I'm in anticipation and I'm experiencing the almost bursting moment of that gestation period of the wealth. It's there.
You're introducing a little lack consciousness into this equation that your inner being does not introduce. You don't have to worry about the timing of this. And when you say, let's get the money lined up first and then let the kids come, that's lack consciousness. When you feel the impulse, that's readiness. And here's a piece of it that we'd like to give to you. This is going to sound a little like a departure, but we want you to hear to put you into the place that you're asking to be. We were visiting with a woman some years ago who had an ex-husband, and she was receiving money from him, and he had a new wife and family. And she was frustrated with that new family because he was providing for them and for her and her family. And she was envious of what they were getting and feeling shortage because she didn't think she was getting enough. And we said, we would really like it if there were 10 ex-wives attracting money through him, because there's no limit to what can flow. In other words, when there's desire, that's what attracts whatever you want. And so when your children are in your vibrational mix, the attraction power of all of you will be more than the attraction power of two of you. Do you see what we're getting at? So the idea of getting out ahead of it is a nice idea, but whatever you want and whatever you need will be there for you whenever you want it and whenever you need it. And you don't, from your physical vantage point, have broad enough view in all of that. And so we want to ask you a rather blunt question. Why are you holding off something that you want so much? For some silly reason.
For the same reason I eat my steak the last on the plate, I think.
Well, there's something about that. Here's what it is. It's the saving the best for last sort of thing. But what if the best is there and there and there and there and there? There's shortage consciousness in that as well.
I didn't see that before.
This is what this seminar is about for all of you. It's about realizing that there's this now moment, now and now and now and now and now. This now segment, now and now and now and now. And it's a wonderful thing when you take pleasure from your thoughts, from your daydreams, from your anticipation of what is coming. But there's also, from past experience, some resistance stuck in your vibrational craw of not wanting to mess the wonderful daydream up with reality. And that is some serious resistance. Putting off some future experience that I can feel with every fiber of my being that I want until I get everything just lined up. In that attitude, there's a lack of trust in the universe. There's a lack of trust in your own inner being. There's a lack of trust in your ability to receive and be active and alive in the moment. And so we're not urging you to do anything about anything. We just want you to understand that you need not put off. That would be like the fruit tree being laden with this beautiful fruit, and it's ripe right now. And you say, no, I'm going to wait another day. I'm going to wait another day. I'm going to wait another day. I'm going to wait another day until it's not, it's on the ground. And there's nothing like that coming. We're just saying, pluck the fruit when it's ripe, because there's going to be another one and another one and another one and another one and another one. There is a little shortage consciousness in putting off something that you want until things get better, because things never get better than now. Your now connection, they never get better than now.
So then you've been teaching me to create with... Let me try and come back to
It's all right. We want to hear from you, because you've heard everything that we've said and you've got some good stuff for us, so give it to us.
Creating the vibrational space for what I want was an answer I feel that you gave me.
Is it something you feel you've accomplished?
Piece by piece, it's in the accomplishing of it as we speak. As... give me a second.
Yeah, all the time you need.
It would appear that a small little phase has led me to this question where we are today.
Yeah.
So my partner and I, we have cleared everything and moved everything out of our place. We've removed where we live in order to step into the next creation that we have. We want a bigger place, we want a big apartment, we want to see the family business work like this, we want to enjoy watching it all flourish.
But you see, we want to say this, we want to hear you too, but we want to say this because we want you to feel the distinction between this business of deliberate creating. It's really mastery of knowing that you're in alignment and now you can let the thoughts flow. But feel the difference between standing in your physicalness and trying to orchestrate the direction of everything, and standing in your physicalness and receiving the ideas for the direction of it. This goes back to your brilliant earlier questions about who is your inner being. Can you let your inner being, who we know for sure has been in on every bit of this with you, and who knows your readiness or not readiness, and is offering to you impulses and impulses and impulses and impulses. And when you are able to understand the distinction between your feeling the need to be the one who gets everything lined up, and your understanding that vibrationally speaking it's already lined up, and yet that you will be guided to. So our question to you, and just relax, this is a trick question, but a really good one. This clearing out your place, did that feel like an idea that you received or that you conjured?
It felt like an idea we received.
Well, there you have it then. Then you know everything that we know about this. Anything that feels like an idea that you received is really, really good.
It was the difference between an act of faith and a leap of faith. One suggests hope, and the other one was a blind knowingness.
There you go. We have nothing more that we can give you now that you know that, and we know that you know that. And we liked that distinction that you just presented here, because that hope has a little resistance in it. That leap of faith, no holds barred, understanding, doesn't that feel good? Yeah, that's you in perfect concert with your inner being. And we think the sequence of your questions could not have been more perfect.
Thank you.